Hey guys, AMP Studios put together pre-recorded calls for you this week. Most of us are in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, enjoying the sunshine, and we hope that the message you hear from our leaders today will inspire you to earn that trip to Thailand. See you soon.
Welcome to the Wednesday Call Live. Now let's hear for our special guest host, Terry Edwards.
Let's go. Welcome to the TWC. You know what time it is. It is one of the 3 times of the week that we as the Alliance family come together to be inspired, to be enlightened, to be educated, to be incited, and all of that good stuff. We are so excited to have you on the call. I look forward to this call every single week. It's almost like my midweek boost that I get every single week by listening in to the call. Thank you so much, Andy and Jane Albright, for this amazing opportunity that we get to call the Alliance. It allowed a little country bumpkin like myself from Conway, North Carolina, a shot to not only do more than I've ever done, but to continue to reach for higher heights. And I'm just so grateful for the leadership of the Alliance, Andy Riddle, Jason and Olga Mathis, all of Riddle Nation, and the Alliance generals in at large. That's right. So we're super excited to host this call. I got a couple of buddies on today that's going to be helping us out. And we pray that we do add value to you on today. But before we jump into the content, right, let's talk about some upcoming events that you do not want to miss. There are 2 events that are coming up that I want your attention on. Event number 1, it is our family reunion, guys, coming up in July. Listen, if you don't show up to the family reunion, your mama, your daddy, your cousins, and them, they're going to be upset. Who's going to bring the collard greens? Who's going to bring the mac and cheese? And listen, and you know you can't play with the mac and cheese. But listen, guys, just like those events are vital for our family to get together and grow from each other, listening to how it was in the good old days, how our grandparents used to have to walk through the snow to get to school, and they don't want to hear us complaining about Wi-Fi not being fast enough. Listen, y'all, the same way that those events are important for our natural families, these events like family reunion is vital for your chosen family. I heard it said this way: we're born looking like our mama and daddy, but we die looking like our decisions. Guys, make a decision that on July the 17th, come hell or high water, you are going to be in Burlington, North Carolina at the founding place of the Alliance. We like to call it the house. At the house, man. So come in. The events actually start. Pre-game starts on July 17th. So if I was you, I would be planning to get in on July the 17th, that Thursday, because that Thursday morning, right, there's going to be a meeting where you can invite people who are financial advisors that's already securities licensed. Come in and let them see the power of the Alliance and what we're doing with Integrity Advisory Solutions and Chris Norris and his whole staff, as well as what we're doing with estate planning. Guys, people are out there looking for opportunity, and we have that. I mean, I am just so grateful that just over the last 10 years, our product offerings have expanded so far that we're able to meet the needs of more Americans every day. So invite your advisor friends out to that meeting from 8:30 to noon. And then at 1 o'clock p.m., we're going to kick off with some estate planning. And we got some of the top estate plan implementers that's going to be training you on how they get in front of clients, not just in seminars, how they're using it with their warm market, how they're using it with their existing book of business, how they're using estate planning as just another tool to help service people at a higher level. So get there for that. Also, the home office is going to be open. Walk around, see the gym. see the sauna, see the barbershop. Listen, if you need a haircut, you might can slip up in there and get your hairs trimmed. But listen, man, go to that. It's like every time that I pull up on on the campus in Burlington, it reminds me of when I first got started. The first time that I went there, the excitement, the vision, the faith that you know what? If this is as half as good as what they say it's going to be, I'm going to be all right, baby. That's right. So come out. And then the event starts on Friday. If you can't make the estate planning on Thursday, Friday morning, 9 to noon, estate planning. 5:30 to 7 o'clock, we're going to be networking, baby. Look, this is a business trip. Don't just come for fun, F-U-N. Come for funds, F-U-N-D-S. Come to learn strategy to get your funds up. See, so many people get lost, y'all, in the fun of it all. And the fun is cool, but I can have fun a lot of places. I came to the Alliance to get my funds up, my F-U-N-D-S up. And let me tell you this, if you think you can have fun broke, because I remember as a little boy riding a bicycle, we ain't had no moped. You put a daggone, fold up a piece of cardboard, get you a clothespin, stick it in the back tire, right? Make that, you make your own little moped. Come on now. If you think you had some fun when you was, when resources were scarce, okay? When you had a little bit of money, because listen, we can get creative, baby. We can start having breakfast at nighttime, call that stuff IHOP night. No, we just a little money a little low, get you a daggone $2 box of pancake, a $3 pound of bacon, throw some syrup on that stuff. My little boy Isaiah used to say, Daddy, don't we supposed to eat pancakes in the morning? I was like, boy, shut up, eat this stuff, drink some water, let it swell up in you. But if you think you can get creative when you don't have a lot of money, just think when your funds get up, the level of fun goes up, baby. Let's go. So listen, so that's what's going. We're gonna be networking, not just for the fun, for the heck of it. We're gonna be rubbing elbows with the carriers, shaking hands, kissing babies, making friends before we need friends. And then at 7 o'clock on Friday night, the curtains go up, baby. Legends of the arena. Woo! The legends of the arena. People are going to be explaining how they built multiple 6-figure, 7-figure incomes. And they ain't going to be telling you what they done heard. They're going to be telling you what they done did, baby. So showtime, we're going to have breakout sessions. Oh my gosh, it's going to be action-packed. All day Saturday training. Ring ceremony on Saturday night. How many people on your team going to be walking across? Put a ring on it. Hey. All right. And then on Sunday, you know what? If you done sinned all weekend, on Sunday, don't worry about it. We got you covered. Come to our 9 o'clock non-denominational worship service. Okay? It's very non-threatening, but I'm going to be up in there because I don't know about y'all, but my sin level be high. I got to get up in there because if I don't get up in there, I'm already crazy. But come to our non-denominational worship service, and then we'll kick back off on training at 10 and wrap up the weekend on Sunday at 2 o'clock. And then it's game time, baby. It's time to come back home and implement what we learned at family reunion. And then that's going to push us into our next event in October. So that's one event that I want you to make sure that you're at. I hope you know by now, if you ain't been invited, you are invited. What if you're the crazy cousin or the crazy uncle? Yes, there's room for you at the table too. All right, get with your growing up line. All the information is at www.allianceevents.com. Get with your growing up line. Get your tickets today. The other big event that I want you to have on your radar is making sure that you qualify for our all expense paid vacation for 2026. We're going to Phuket, Phu. Phuket, Thailand, baby. Listen, and it's crazy. It doesn't matter if today is your first day. You can qualify with all of the bonus points. You can qualify for an all expense paid vacation to Thailand. And listen, baby, I know you've traveled before. I understand that. But you ain't traveled the way that Alliance traveled. You ain't traveled the way that, you know what, when you go on vacation, they drop a little extra in your art deposit for just spending change. Huh? My granddad used to call it, give me a little walking money. Huh? Then all your airfare, not just for you, but you and a guest. Gifts. They send you gifts before you even get there on stuff that you're gonna need. Sunglasses, earbuds, hats, keep the sun up off you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't mad at you. If you need a little more sun, get at me, baby. We're gonna be chilling by the pools. Listen, y'all, make sure you travel, and you don't get to travel every day with 200 plus like-minded people. I mean, if you think we are crazy at family reunion, you wait till some umbrella drinks are involved and you just sitting by the pool and ain't nobody got to be politically correct. We're gonna give you the lowdown and you gonna get it just like that. So whatever you do, guys, make sure that you are promoting this trip to your team. What is the best contest that you can run? Phuket, promote in Phuket, Thailand. Let's go, baby. So with that being said, we get ready to get into our content for today where we're going to be talking about the power of partnership. And you can't do a talk about partnership without bringing on some of your daggone partners. You know what I'm saying? That would be like, if I was out here by myself, like that would be like ISO. No, we talking about partnership, baby. We're talking about partnership. And when we start talking about partnership, let's get us a working definition. And you can bring up my friends anytime. They looking good. They done got the makeup on. I mean, Mia just wake up fabulous. Come on now. Partnership. The definition of partnership is actually it is a relationship between two or more individuals who join. They lock arms to form a business with the objective of earning a profit. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all corners of the earth, we are in the business. Yes, we believe in having fun. But guess what's number two? Making money. Remember, don't get the FUN mixed up with the FUNDS. Have fun. Make money. Make a difference once you have the money. So a partnership is a relationship between two or more individuals who join hands to form a business with the objective of earning a profit. Some people say, you know what? I ain't really, concerned about money. Hence, your profit and loss statement reflects that. Oh, you don't have a profit and loss statement. Oh, you better start tracking your money. Because guess what? If you don't track your money situation can't change. If you don't track your relationship standards, your relationship can't change. Y'all tracking what I'm putting out? When I used to work at McDonald's in that Murfreesboro, North Carolina, Miss Lisa, the supervisor, she used to walk around with that clipboard. She'll say two things. If you got time to be leaning, you got time to be cleaning. And then she'll hit you with this right here. What gets tracked gets done, baby. Listen, what gets tracked gets done. So we're in this thing to earn a profit. And there is nothing wrong with making money. Because what we found is this right here. The more you serve, you can't help. The money gonna chase you. Don't chase the money, chase service. So that's what partnership is about when two people are joining together with an objective of earning a profit. And I got two partners from the Dream Team that I have been intimately working with for the last several years. Number one, we got Sebastian and his beautiful bride, LaQuinta Chambers. They hail from Lawton, Oklahoma. We call it Lawton, America. And we also have Fenel, national manager Mia Fenel, district manager Sebastian and LaQuinta Chambers. Let me put some respect on their names. You know what I'm saying? Mia Fenel out in Charlotte, North Carolina. And it's funny because there is multiple opportunities for you to get invited onto calls like this. But this is the thing. The people that get called up are not necessarily people that I like. Yeah, I like LaQuinta and Sebastian. Matter of fact, I love them. I love Mia Fenel, but I also love their results. I love what they're doing. I love how they are serving, right? I love their profit and loss statement. Hello, somebody. Let's talk about it. Let's talk some statistics. See, Andy Albright said it this way: liars figures, but figures don't lie. Let's talk some figures, baby. Sebastian and LaQuinta Chambers. Let me tell you something about their business. Well balanced. They are doing the one thing that we do: sell, recruit, and build, baby. Let's talk numbers. Number 19 in the United States of America in estate plan implementations. Number 20 in the nation in recruiting. Number 8 in the nation, Medicare sales. Number 91 in the nation, IULs. Number 62 in the nation in year-to-date premium. They're in the top 100 in every category that we track. Oh, and they got a team. Not only are they coming to a family reunion, they bringing a tribe with them. They got over 12 folks already registered for family reunion. Just last month, 9 issue paid organizations are part of Sebastian and LaQuinta's group. Their business is hot in Oklahoma City. It's hot in Dallas, Texas. They done even went further west out in California and Hawaii. My Ohana out in Hawaii. Their business is booming. And now let's talk about my girl, Mia Fenel, national manager, Mia Fenel. Mia Fenel. Almost call her Mia Long. Like Nia Long, my bad. Mia Fenel, number 10 in the United States of America in IUL production. Number 13 in the United States, year-to-date premium. Number 81 in annuity sales. Annuity. I know how to say it, y'all. Number 46 in Medicare sales. Last month, 7 issue paid organizations, over 126,000 in annual premium. Business is hot in Charlotte. It is hot in Houston. It is hot in Atlanta, hot Atlanta. 13 folks coming with her so far to family reunion, and I know they ain't done. So listen, guys, we're going to talk today about partnership. We're going to just have a conversation. Y'all going to get the eavesdrop in on it. And the crazy part about it is, if I was you, I would have me a pad and pencil, crayon, lipstick, or something nearby to take some good notes. So let's get this conversation started. Sebastian and LaQuinta Chambers. Let's start with you, Sebastian, man. Introduce yourself, my man. Let everybody know who you are, how long you've been connected to the Alliance, and kind of just one thing that you are very, very excited about right now.
Hey guys, Sebastian Chambers. I'm married to my wife, LaQuinta. We're billionaires. We have mansions and yachts. Like Terry said, hail from good old Latin America. We call it Latin America because it's an army base there. It's like a melting pot. We got more people international that you can think of in 100,000 person population. Yeah, so you get to see it all.
It's a melting pot, huh?
It is a melting pot, brother. We been with the Alliance since 2020. We joined right in the middle of the pandemic. I met this wonderful gentleman y'all see here that gets to share and train all the time, Terry. We had a long conversation. I gave him my spiel about how I was going to work my Medicare business 3 months a year and vacation the rest of the time. And Terry said, Sebastian, you're leaving so much money on the table. He said, how about if you think about it like this? There's people out there that need our help, and we're essential. You can be out there now helping folks. And he told me, if you just trust me and do what I ask, if it don't work, you can blame me. He had me at that moment. I said, yep, let me give it a try. So my wife and I, we've been going at it here for the last 4 years. And finally, after 2 years of really not trusting, because we have been part of so many things that failed us, we finally decided to just let our guard down and just be a true partner and have a partnership and start working this thing. And we're excited about the team that we're bringing on. We have so many new folks. Like you said, you just mentioned California. We got 3 folks in California right now that we are so excited about. Dushawn is one of the guys out there. And then we have Tracy and Curtis, a couple we actually met on a cruise. Got to talking, found out he have the same background as us, and really excited. And then we got Tracy here, Oklahoma. She's on fire. She just got one of her new ladies licensed. Another lady just is recruiting like her, and it's blowing up. So we're just loving it.
Oh yeah, and I forgot too, Sebastian. Your business is blowing up down there in Louisiana. I don't know how I forgot Louisiana. It's
Yeah.
cooking Cajun down there with Corey and that crew.
Corey Williams I don't know, something just clicked in his head. Corey's, for his profession, he's a notary, and he got out there and started talking to people. One day he called me and reached out to Terry and said, "Hey, tell me about this system thing." Oh my gosh, why did we say that? And all of a sudden, he figured out his job was just to recruit all of Shreveport and all those surrounding areas. So he's really excited, coming on real fast. So we're really excited about him as well.
That's right, man. I can't wait to get down there. Yeah, I want to go build a business, but I want some of that good old gumbo from down there too. Put that stuff over some rice, make your tongue slap your brains out, baby.
That's it.
Mia, what's going on, girlfriend, in the big QC?
Hey,
What's up?
what's up? Oh, so my name is Mia, Mia Fenel. I am out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Been a part of this business several years, was introduced and trained up by Terry and Tia. And I'm excited too. I mean, I couldn't be more thrilled every single day that we get the opportunity to be a part of this team. We have some really great things going on, issuing more premium than ever before. We have more new people coming on. You mentioned several people out. We do have a group out in Atlanta that I've been working with, Houston. I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to be in a position where I can lead and train people, be able to fund a great lifestyle, and also give back to my community by helping and educating people. So I don't take this for granted at all. Thanks for having me, Terry.
I love it. I love it, guys. So my first question to you guys is this right here. We know what the dictionary say a partnership is, where two or more people coming together. We finna make some money, right? But what does that really look like to you, Sebastian? What does partnership personalize that thing? When Miss Rose called you and told you that she wanted to introduce you to me, right? And we talked on the phone. You have already been burnt before so many times, right? So what does partnership really mean to you?
That stands out when especially like if you're reading the books, like in the 8 steps, there's a part where Andy even talks about partnership as, and I wrote this stuff down because I don't like to mix up the words.
Come on
Building
now.
strong relationships, fostering trust, and working collaboratively with others to drive success, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I think about the concept of partnership, all these years of all these businesses, that's exactly what we were looking for. Here's the crazy thing, Terry.
Talk to me.
When Rose called us, we had just stopped doing a business with her that failed us all. They just stopped operating because of COVID. Didn't have any guidance, didn't even know what to do, hadn't even heard anything about being essential. We was in an insurance company let me back up. Not just like this one. We was in an insurance company set up like this, but the people that, yeah, it was an imitation. I think about that story when Jesus walked by the fig tree and didn't have no figs and he cursed it because it was faking people out. That's how that other opportunity was. And Rose had led us in that one. So for me to even trust her talking to you, because I'm gonna be honest with you, it wasn't Rose's invitation that got me in. It was our conversation. You was saying something different. You was talking about something different. You had some results. You had receipts. That's the thing that stood out. So when I think about partnership, number one, most of the time when people come together, most of the time there's always one side of the partnership that's a little bit stronger. You don't really see too many times when they talk about these company mergers. It's really not a merger. Really, somebody was hurting and the other one had some answers and they kind of gobble it up. And you normally know by what name sticks after the merger takes place.
Come on now.
And so for me, when I think of partnership, I wanted to connect myself to something that was moving and moving fast and had a path. And just moving forward into it, to think about, we just had 6 new integrity partners. Do you know we have a fast track to wealth at a level that none of us thought about? This thing has been paved. So when this partnership thing, man, it's like trust. Oh, I got a lot of trust. Seeing how almost, let's see, every partner that just became partner, at least a minimum 10, 12 years in the business. 12 years in the same thing. Terry, you and I came from network marketing. There was nobody to include the owners that was there 12 years.
They'll bounce around. They'll start a new company, take the same old people in and run up that comp plan.
Yeah.
Then they'll quit that one, do something else.
Yeah. And so for me, when I think of partnership, I've been married 31 years. I want something that's going to last. I want something that's going to be around. All that changing and flipping and starting over. Listen, I'm 54, bro. I don't have that much change in me left. I'm changing right now for this business, though. Don't misunderstand. I'm not stagnant. What I'm saying is I'm making changes to improve what I have. Having to keep rebuilding, that's draining, bro. That's draining.
I feel you, man. I remember one time me and Gina Hawks went jogging. I don't know why I had that crazy idea. And I took Elijah, one of my sons, with us. It was early in the morning. We running up and down them hills in Greensboro. And I kept stopping. The way my lungs were set up, it wasn't working out too good. And my son looked back at me. Gina was being all nice about it. He's okay. Let him run his own pace. And my boy looked back at me. He was like, bro, what? Stop stopping. Why you stop? What? Every time you got to keep starting over. So I feel you. So what I'm hearing is you're planted here.
Yes.
And you're becoming.
Yes. This is a part of it.
All right, good deal. Mia, what say ye, sis?
I love what Sebastian was saying. And the word you used was trust. And that for me is huge because I'm like you, Sebastian. I came from network marketing, but I also came from corporate America. And one of the things that I knew when I was young and in corporate in my early 20s was how backbiting it was and how much it was so much about you step on whoever you got to step on to get ahead, dog eat dog mentality. And I'm just like, I don't fit in, with that type of, that's not my heart. That's not who I am. So when I came here and I had an opportunity to be around people who the number one thing is integrity, trust, having relationship, community. For me, that was integral. That was that's who I am. That's what I'm about. And I love that we have a space where people can come in and they can feel safe. I tell people in the very beginning when I came here, it was kind of like a hospital for me because I was coming out of some really, I would say traumatic situations at that time. And being able to trust and have that partnership, like with you and Tia, Terry, when y'all would be on the phone with me at 3:00 in the morning, helping me work through my issues and just being there and having that partnership was so critical. And it really, truly, I look back on it because I've been here 7 years now. And I am proud to say that. I am proud to say I've been with the same company for 7 years, have never even stopped to look at another place. Because of this, the partnerships, the community that we get to create, I wouldn't trade it for anything.
I love it, man. And I heard it said this way, great partnerships, check this out. Great partnerships thrive because the people need each other. Mm-hmm. A partnership thrives when people know they need each other. Let's talk about what was it that you needed, Sebastian, when you first got that call. What did you need? What was on your needs list?
My need really was just finally to have someone that had shared vision.
Okay.
This is what I mean by that. Making money is almost an unspoken thing. I don't know anybody who starts a business to fail. I needed somebody who, if I put forth my full effort, was gonna be around to keep paying the paychecks. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Because I don't know if you've ever experienced it, Terry, where you go out and do all this work and you build a team. The last company that we had that failed on us, we had put together a team in less than 90 days of over 600 people. Okay.
Mhm.
And you're looking at these people and you're telling them, guys, we finally found it. Let's go. And everybody goes in full force because we had just came from a company that failed us all. We came to this one and they promised to deliver, and then they go away.
Okay.
So it took me a full 2 years to really go at recruiting because I had brought people through two cataclysmic, how do you say that word? Very traumatic experience of earning income and then it gets snatched away after you done put in the work. So I just wanted to know that I had somebody with shared vision that knew exactly where they wanted to go and they were going to get there. And so when I saw the longevity and how long this company had been around, and when I saw how it was connected to these big companies, I think about Andy and Jane having that vision of this is what we're going to do. And this should be the turnout if we do this right here. And to see it even go beyond what they thought in the beginning, right? That right there, I needed that. I needed something that was going to be real. I needed something like here's three things: shared vision, mutual
Uh-huh.
support, accountability. Those things right there, I was looking for that. I needed that.
So you was looking for shared vision.
Yes.
Now, what fed that? What satisfied that appetite? The shared vision part.
When I walked into my first meeting, I didn't walk into a room of a bunch of stiff people. Not only was it men and women, it was people from all races. Not, it wasn't a bunch of people bragging about something we were gonna do. It
Uh-huh.
was people sharing what they had done,
That done did it.
that done did it.
That done did it.
And they were saying, this is how we did it. I will show you. And you showed me everything by doing. Sebastian, take your phone, go down to your contact list. How many names down there? Great. I want you to just find your top 10 in your phone. I want you to call them, and this is what we're going to say. We're going to share this opportunity with them. And if they don't really like the opportunity, then you're going to schedule an appointment to practice your presentation with them. And if they see something they like, we're going to write a policy for them. Recruit, fail, sell, right? That
Uh-huh.
was, you showed me that. I didn't even know what recruit, fail, sell was. That was key. Like you did these things in a way where you showed me receipts. You showed me how we did it. And so when I saw that, that was it. I was like, okay, I belong here. This is my place. It took me a long time, but I saw enough consistency. That's another word,
Yeah.
consistency. It
Mhm.
was the same. You never changed.
I love it. I love it. Mia, what does
So
partnership?
yeah,
What does that look like to you?
so what it looked like to me, well, yeah, I think,
Or what was you looking for? What was
yeah,
yeah,
what was
what
I
was your
looking for?
needs?
That's the
What was
question.
your needs at that time?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, when you were sitting at the sink and you had both hands on the sink saying, Lord, if you send me an opportunity, Lord, I will go. Like,
Acting.
yeah, yeah, talk to me. Talk
You
to me.
cutting up on this call.
Hey, but that's what you said. You was at the sink.
I was. So the way Terry put the dramatics is crazy. But that's how it was. I mean, when I was standing in my kitchen, one day I got laid off from my job and I was going through a really bad divorce. And I was like, Lord, what do you want me to do? Because I was tired, I was broke, busted, and disgusted. And I got a phone call saying, hey, Mia, you ever thought about getting insurance? And I'm like, no. But I said yes. I think what I needed at that time was I wanted to be a part of something that I could really believe in and it could really work for me. Um, I know when God put me here, I believe this about myself. This is not being arrogant. This is just I know that God put me here for a reason. It wasn't just for me to come here, work a 9 to 5, go home, cook dinner, go to bed, get up, go to the gym. Like I knew it was bigger than that. But the opportunities, I felt like kind of like Sebastian, where I would get introduced to an opportunity and something would be snatched from me. And I'd get introduced to an opportunity, and something would be snatched from me. And I'm like, what else is it? What do you need me to do? Right. Because I think at that point I was broken because I was tired because I was also searching and yearning for something bigger. So for me, yes, it was money. Immediately I needed to make some money, of course, which was great. But after that, it was big vision. Like, okay, what does it look like to be the first entrepreneur in your family, which I am? Like, that's crazy. What does it look like to be making more money than your parents combined at 28 years old? Like, what does it look like for people to be proud of you, not because, oh, you out here, you get to buy these nice things and do all this stuff, but just because you stepped out on faith and you believed enough in yourself and your system and the vision that you trusted you could do it, and you did. And that's what for me it was I needed something that I could just have faith in. If I believe faith in my God, faith in myself, and faith in the system. I knew all three of those things together, it was going to be no limits. And that's what truly I still think that to this day.
And what was it that you saw that satisfied that desire?
Gosh, so much. But I think it was okay. There was a few things. So I was obviously my first introduction was you and Tia. So I saw that y'all had family, faith, finances. Boom. Like, okay, that's a no-brainer. Then there was going to the corporate events. And it was like I was meeting people from all over the country who were actually making great money. And at the time, Marcus Richardson made way more money than this now. But at the time, he told me he made $140,000 in a year doing insurance, and it blew my mind that anybody was even making money like that. But also, Andy invited me on this private jet. It was a lot of those things, like the exposure. But I think more than anything, what I saw was the heart of the leaders, and it was like, these people really trust that this thing works. And they're actually like Sebastian said, they're doing it every day. They're working, things are happening for them. So it was like getting around the leadership and then winning the trips and being able to have conversations, intimate conversations with those leaders. That's why I never miss trips, because it's an opportunity for me to be around the people who are making this company move, because I want to be one of those leaders one day. I believe that I'm in that generation of leaders that is going to come through and continue to carry the alliance.
I love it. I love it. So, wow, that's crazy talk. Going around. So you mentioned something big. You went to the big events, and you weren't just talking to people that was standing in the back of the room. You was talking to the people that was on stage, like Marcus Richardson, and getting around them, asking questions like that. That is big, right? That is big right there. It's like make a who do you want to talk to list before you go to family reunion. Who are those leaders that, you know what, if I catch that joker coming out that bathroom stall washing his hands, I'm like, hey, bro, you need a little paper towel there? How can I help you? And then, oh no, man, I'm straight. Well, listen, I have a question for you. And be prepared. Like that is gold right there. Also another thing you said, I think you kind of you laughed through it when you talked about being on the phone at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, and somebody was on the other end helping you figure it out, right? Like a lot of people see Sebastian and LaQuinta today. They see the Mia Fenel on the leaderboards today. But peel the onion back a little bit about the struggle and how the partnership helped you get through the struggle. Like, what was you on the phone crying about at 3 o'clock in the morning? And then why the hell was I on the phone listening to? I'd be waking Tia up. I'm like, hey, she crying. I need help.
Oh, gosh. See, this is why you have to stay humble. You cannot forget where you come from, because those days back then is what built the person that I am today. That those types of experiences. So when I came here, I told you I was going through divorce. I had just been laid off, but that had really taken a major toll. Like, that was traumatic. That was a very traumatic experience to have all those things happening at once. And then I lost a house. I had a car repoed on me. Everything was happening all together. So when we would say, when I said talking on the phone to y'all at 3 o'clock in the morning, it was because during the day I would call you and I would be really upset at my situation. But you would be like, hey, Mia, I know you're upset, but I need you to compartmentalize, and I need you to schedule that time where you're going to be sad. Because right now we're trying to dig you out of your situation. And if I let you stay there, if I don't let you focus on your dials, focus on your appointments, the things that are actually going to change your situation, nothing's going to change. So it would be walking me through those things, that emotional intelligence during that time, that's partnership that you have from your leader. Because as a person who's young and young in business, you don't know how to maneuver through those things. So many people think that entrepreneurship and building a business is supposed to be easy. I don't know whoever said that. I don't know whoever said that this business or any type of business is supposed to happen overnight. Okay, you made a few sales your first month. Great. What are we doing? Why are we celebrating? You need to go out and do it again the next month. Or, hey, you didn't make any sales your first 3 months, but does that mean you'll never make do any sales ever in your business? No. Right. We have a skill set that you literally have to work at every single day in order to make it happen for you for real. So that's what it was, Terry. It was you guys having that emotional intelligence with me and being able to coach me through those things. And now, because I've been through that, when I have people on my team that are in this lowly situation and they're like, I don't know what it is to do, and I don't know how to get out of it, I remember those days. And you told me something recently that I really appreciate. I'll never forget that you said it. You said, Mia, you're not like those people that you're trying to compare yourself to. And you didn't say it in a negative way where it was like, oh, you're better than anybody, but you said it like you had that fight in you. That fight is not normal. To get out there and fight through opposition, and no matter what comes at you, you figure it out and you want to be successful. And that's my heart now. I'm just looking for people who are not trying to let their situation take them out, but are willing to fight and get and realize that this is bigger than your situation. So I know I went on a tangent, but I get really passionate about that.
I love everything about it, man. I love everything about it is because you find out who you are under pressure.
Yes.
You are who you are under pressure. If you fold under pressure, it's okay. You just know I'm a folder. But some of us, we become diamonds under pressure. You know what I'm saying? And I say it this way: it takes two to make a thing go right. It takes two to make it out of sight. Woo, that's Rob Bass, baby. Who would ever think you would quote Rob Bass on a business call? But there we go. But listen, a partnership, it's got to be two things. Like, yes, the alliance, the dream team, whatever team you're a part of, they bring something to the table. But you got to bring something to the table too to make this thing go right. You see, because coming together is the beginning. Staying together is progress, but working together is success. So let's talk about this. Yes, the alliance brings a lot to the table. Your individual teams are bringing something to the table. But for this thing to be a success, you bringing something to the table too. I don't care how insignificant you feel. I don't care how many people told you that you was a failure in the past. It doesn't matter how many business opportunities you've been in and none of them worked out. You bring value. You bring something to this table, baby. You are not just a space holder in the room. So, Sebastian, talk to me. Yes, the alliance brought something to the table and you needed something, but tell the people what you brought to the table. Inspire the people, because somebody don't think they got nothing to bring to the table.
Here's a list that this is what I brought. Now, again, when I came here, I had so much. I've got over 30 plus years of sales experience, but it's experience that's scattered all over the place. When I came to the Alliance, all of these things that I knew, Alliance glued those things together and gave it some strength. But this is what I realized that I brought to the table that helped me navigate. A positive attitude, or like we like to say, positive mental attitude, strong work ethic, loyalty and trust. Trust was the one that I struggled with, but I kind of worked through it. Coachability, consistency. That's another one that took me a little while, because not having the trust affected the consistency. There's a story there. We'll talk about that one day. Mental ownership, taking ownership. Now, Terry will tell you, I had so much ownership. Sometimes I didn't even get coaching because it's my business. I got to do what I got to do, right? And I would say that sometimes. Smartest and dumbest thing you can ever say. And aligning my vision with the overall vision. See, we keep talking about, like, when we come to this opportunity, what we were looking for, what we want. But this is what I discovered over time. I get what I'm looking for by finding and helping others get what they're looking for.
Come back. Rewind that. Say it again for the people in the back.
I find what I'm looking for by helping a lot of people find what they're looking for. That is the essence of what we do here. I had someone say one time, we went to California last week. We were in California. And there was this guy that was on one of the leaders, one of the new integrity partners. This guy was on their team. He was newer. He said, man, I would love to reach out and go talk to him right now. Because we were at a networking event. We were at the little after hours event. He said, I would love to go talk to him, but I don't want to bother him. I said, what do you mean by that? He said, man, he's a partner now. He's busy. He's got all this stuff going on. He ain't gonna make time to help little old me. I grabbed him by the arm. We walked right over. And I introduced him to his leader, because he hadn't had a chance to have like a real long conversation with him. We just kind of met him a couple of times, and I connected them, and I told him what he said. And this leader, he just embraced him and told him, he said, no, man. He said, you are my highest priority. Whatever you need, I'm here to help you. And that dude he was overwhelmed. He was like, there's no way this guy this high will reach down this low to help me. Because, Mia, like you said, corporate America, that does not happen. The CEO don't hardly talk to the janitor, don't even know his name, right? But we're here not just to be taught, just to be coachable, just to have a positive mental attitude, just to be rich. We're here to help others achieve their goals. And that's aligning with the overall goal, because that's how we all stay united. That's how we all stay connected. And so that's what I feel like my biggest strength is. I'm not scared to look for people that's looking for opportunity. I get more no's than anybody can imagine. So people see us and say, oh, y'all, it comes easy for you. Hell no, it don't come easy. No, it does not come easy. We got to talk to tons and tons of people. I just don't focus on the people that say no, because if they're not ready right now, a no is not always an eternal no. It just means in this moment, it doesn't look good for them. So all I'm doing is I keep turning over cards, and I'm looking for the aces. And so that's what I bring to the table. I have an ability to hunt and search for that and connect people and get them to the events, get them around Andy, get them around you, get them around Andy Riddle, get them around Jason and Olga, get them around leadership, get them around me and Fenel's, so they can see what success looks like, and so they can see that they can have it too if they put forth the effort.
And just so that people aren't all the way discouraged, sometimes when you start talking about it's hard, you're going to hear no's and stuff like that. I'm trying to find my art report right here. Is it worth it? Is the no's worth it? Year to date, already over 6 figures in the bank account. Is it worth it, Sebastian Chambers? Is it worth it?
It's worth it. It's worth it. When I look back and think, we just completed May. I just made twice what I was earning a year working for the government in 5 months. You hear what I'm saying? I just
Say it
earned
again.
twice. I just earned twice this past year what I was making for the government. After 10 years of working, I've pretty much made double in
In 5
5 months.
months.
In 5 months.
What it
When I
used to
say
take
excited
you
out of my
2 years,
mind,
that what it used to take you a year to make, you made it in 5 months or 2 years? What it used to
no,
take to make
2.5 months. Yeah. So I've pretty much made 2 years of my salary in 5 months. Yeah, ain't that crazy?
You ain't telling me nothing I ain't never heard before. Mia, what did you bring to the table? I know you was at that Saint. I know, but deep down inside, what was you telling yourself as you were going through this? What was you telling? See, because that's what I know, Mia. It ain't what the world is gonna beat you down. Social media gonna beat you down. But guess what? The loudest voice that sometimes that we got to listen to is the voice that we telling ourselves. So when you were standing at that sink, huh? They talking about foreclosing on your house, huh? Man done left you, huh? What was you telling yourself? Because you could have rolled up in fetal position and then come outside. Now you outside. What was you telling yourself, Mia? What was you telling yourself about you?
I was telling myself that I'm made for this.
Huh?
I am made for this. I am built. So when I was little, I used literally a little girl. I used to lay in bed and talk to God. And I used to say, God, whatever it is you need me to do, just make me a soldier. I just want to be a soldier for you. Right. I was like 5 years old. And I always knew that I wanted to be a businesswoman. So growing up, it was I wanted to be a soldier. I wanted to take advantage of this life that we get to live and be able to go out and help people and do all those things. And I wanted to be a leader. I wanted to be an example. So when I was standing in the kitchen and when I was running my appointments and when I was just getting started, I was thinking about, I have to do this. I not only do I have to, but I get to. I was chosen to go through these experiences that are traumatic for me because I'm doing it for somebody else that's going to come behind me. I heard Stephen Davis, I think Stephen Davis that always says, if you don't take the hits, then the generations after you, they'll be taking the hits. That's your children. I don't even have kids yet. And I think about how I don't want my kids to have to go through some of the things that I went through. My parents took hits for me, so we didn't have to go through some of those things. So when I was going through as getting started and really ramping up everything, my whole mindset is, I want to be an example. I want to be the person that is willing to fight. But the other thing you say, what do you bring to the alliance? I do think that I don't mind sharing my story because I think that it can help somebody else. I love listening to other people's stories. So I think that those experiences, what I would say I bring here is experience in a lot of different things, but it's that fighter. The being willing to go through it, to get through it, and just still work to try to achieve some type of success. So I would say that.
I
And
love it.
passion. And
Okay.
passion. Yeah.
Hey, you a soldier. And listen, my little girl Taylor came up to me the other day. She said, Dad, I was watching this man on YouTube. I was like, all right, tell me about it. And kind of find out it was actually the commencement speaker at North Carolina A&T this past just May, a couple of weeks ago. The guy said, this is what Taylor said. Taylor said, that man said, if you do what's easy, life is going to be hard. But if you do what's hard, life will be easy.
10 years old.
And I said, baby, well, what you going to do? She said, well, I'm going to do what's hard so my life can be easy. And it's funny, I was talking to Josh Parker the other day, and I was just reminding him that if we're going to go to our next level, We got to master doing hard things well. Doing hard things well. What are some hard things? Like forgiving people. Hell, forgiving yourself, right? Forgiving yourself for the self-defeating behaviors that you continue to do. You know your story, right? The things how we self-implode on ourselves. It ain't what other people doing to us. What are we doing to ourselves? That's what is hard. Building and maintaining relationships. It is hard. But guess what? I can do hard things well because this is what I know about being used by God or being used to serve. However, you want to say it, you can't be used until you put your own ego, your own self esteem on the back burner for the betterment of other people. So, yes, I will say I'm sorry in hopes that we can reconcile. But guess what? If we don't, you can't say I ain't tried, right? I do hard things well. Building relationships with people that you feel have mistreated you or done you wrong, and being able to say, you know what? I ain't gonna hate you. We're gonna just go on and do what we were called to do. So I would encourage everybody to get a fight in your spirit where you can say, you know what, I do hard things well. I dial when I don't feel like dialing. I do hard things well. When I'm getting doors slammed in my face, right? And I'm being called everything but a child of war. I do hard things well, right? I love when it's easier to hate. I do hard things well, right? Like, like, like John Maxwell said it this way: all the good stuff is uphill, which means all the good stuff is gonna be hard. On the flip side, even poop flows downhill. All right, guys, y'all getting me fired up. We about to run out of time. We ain't even got to leadership, but I'm grateful. I am just grateful for an opportunity to be in a fight and working together. Coming together is the beginning. Staying together is progress, but working through indifferences, that's success. So as we're getting ready to get up out of here, I know every day ain't peaches and cream. How do you guys manage conflict? How do you manage conflict within your downline? Because y'all growing a business there. How do you manage conflict upline? How do you manage conflict cross line? So let's hit on that, and maybe they'll give us another shot to come back and finish this thing like we really want to. But talk about how do you manage yourself when it don't feel good? Sebastian?
So I think about, I try to bring everything back to the 8 steps when I'm looking at the business because it encompasses like every aspect of our business. The last 3: be teachable, be accountable, communicate with a positive mental attitude. Now, somebody might say, how does that help you resolve conflict? Well, first of all, most of the time, conflict comes because there's some type of confusion. There's something that's not being communicated properly. So teachability is about being able to take yourself out of it for a moment and do some fact gathering. Find out the facts first, because we can argue back and forth all day. The end of it, we're trying to achieve something. So let's just back it all the way up and let's be teachable in this moment. Let's just go back to what we're trying to achieve. Then being accountable. If I recognize that I'm part of the problem, I have to be quick to say, hey man, look, I think I've just misunderstood what was going on. I need to just apologize for that, and let's find the fix. Now communicate with a positive mental attitude. So many people have a tendency when something goes wrong to let it linger, to let it fester. And they'll step away from the meeting and they'll start backbiting. the person that they were just talking with, that they said we were going to try to resolve it, they telling their whole team, well, we just not going to deal with that joker. Cause that he don't understand me anyway. I'm beautiful. I'm a butterfly. I got to blossom. And I don't need somebody, bringing shade to my shine. That's not communicating positively. A good situation, somebody get upset about you. I remember one time I had an agent that was upset. I was talking to about a group of 5 agents, and one of them didn't understand what was going on. And I went to Terry and I was complaining to Terry about the agent that didn't get it. And Terry said, Sebastian, every time you talk with agents, they all having their own individual experience. You need to find out what was confusing to that agent and help that agent. I had to apologize. I had to realize that was really arrogant of me to think just because 4 people got it and 1 didn't, that I was right. Sometimes our own press clippings will really jack us up. I had to do what leaders are supposed to do and go grab the lost one and bring that one back into the fold.
Ooh, one more.
Yes.
What if we had just one more that understood a little bit better today than they did yesterday, and a little bit better the next day? We can't give up on them. I love that. Mia, I know you don't never have no problems. I mean, like, look at you. You're tall. You're pretty. You can change up your hair anytime you want to, and all the hairdos come out like fire. How do you manage yourself when it don't feel good?
So I don't think I've done that well over the years, but I think I've been able to grow and evolve in that space. One, Sebastian used the word accountability. For me, it's been taking note of where I am and how I may have what I'm receiving in the situation that's happening. A lot of times I believe we take offense to things that a person may never even meant to offend us, and I could have easily done that to somebody else. So it's just taking inventory of where you are in that space. For me also, I have learned that having anxiety, stress, worry at a very low point part of my life, that's what works well for me. I'm not one of those people that I don't thrive when there's conflict. I keep things low, but I also have in the past made the mistake of not addressing issues all the time. And sometimes it's just very simple, just quick conversations, right? So what I've learned is continuing, keeping things at a low level, not making things bigger than what they should be. But also when there are issues with a cross line, a down line, a up line, or whatever the case may be, know that we're here for one big purpose. We're all here for the same reason, and that's to better our lives and create whatever it is that we want to create with this opportunity. So I think if we have that in our minds and we know that at the end of the day, we love each other, we have, there may just be miscommunications or whatever, we can't let those things fester, because one thing that I know is the enemy will always try to cause some type of division. And I've seen that, we've experienced that in our team, and everybody has experienced division. But one thing that I know for sure is when you get alone, nothing good happens in isolation, right? We need each other. We are supposed to be you give me your arm, I give you my leg. You give me your finger. We all work together. We're all working together. And I love that in this business, we can always go back. Sebastian called it the 8 steps, but it's the vision. We all go back to the vision of making sure that we are selling, recruiting, building, and we are creating something that can help our families for generations to come. So it's just keeping that in the forefront of our minds. And I think if we do that, we can be way more successful than we would ever be if we were, dividing amongst each other.
Exactly. And especially like at the end of the day, results, right? The bag. Don't forget the bag. Anything that's messing up the bag gotta go. If it's a nasty attitude and it's causing our premium to slow, it gotta go. If it's us trying to be bigger and be something that we are not, it's causing confusion with our downline. We need to humble ourselves and go back to the basics, right? And we all want peace. And Ronald Reagan said it this way: peace is not the absence of conflict. It is the ability to handle conflict peacefully. We may just agree to disagree. Girl, go do your thing. Don't let me stand in your way. Bro, go get it. Who am I to tell you what to do? If you do it and it worked, good. If it don't, hey, I ain't gonna be mad. Come on back home. Come on back home, guys. Listen, y'all, we out of time, but we definitely not out of content. But just I want to leave you with this part and thought. We believe in the power of a team. Together, everybody achieves more. Together, everybody achieves more. See, because individually, we are drop, but together, we're an ocean. Bring your drop. I don't care how big that drop is, how insignificant you think that drop is. Bring it. Because even if your drop evaporates into the air, it goes into the cloud. And after a while, that evaporation is going to come back down in a form of rain. And that's another drop. Individually, we can do so little, but together, we can do so much. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all corners of the world, if you did not know that we're in a fight, we are in a dog fight right now. We are in a fight for our financial freedom. We're in a fight for the unity within our own dadgum households. We're in a fight to save a dying generation. This younger generation, they are looking, they are lost, they are wandering, they are looking for real. They're not a REEL. Yeah, they look at them reels, but they're looking for something REAL, real, that they can latch on to, that their vision of how they want the world to be, how their vision can fit inside of your team's vision and the alliance vision. Guys, this opportunity that we have our hands on right now, if you're just getting started, don't look down on final expense. Learn the skill. And then once you do a lot of final expense, you're going to run across some annuity money. And when you start running across people that got annuity money, yes, they're going to need wills and trust and power of attorneys and all that good stuff. And before long, you're going to be full service. Don't forget to recruit. Don't forget to recruit. Recruiting ain't hard. It's just being aware that people in your social network, they looking for something. 70% of Americans right now, it didn't say Americans, it didn't say Black Americans, it didn't say white Americans, it didn't say Asian Americans, it didn't say Latino American or any other race of people. It says 70% of Americans have less than $1,000 in their bank account. We're in a fight. And I don't know about y'all, but it's going to be hard. But I can do hard things well. With my God, with the alliance and this team, anything is possible. Anything is possible. So if you're out there and you've taken this partnership for granted, it's okay. We've all been there and thought and been in victim mode. Yes. I don't care if they don't want to admit it or not. Yep. We have blamed other people. Everybody have blamed somebody, whether it be the leads, the upline, the carriers ain't approving stuff. Like, hell, the person had cancer last week. You think they're going to get a $2 million policy? Come on, bro. Right? But think about this thing, man. Great partnerships thrive because the people need each other. Everybody is needed here. We need the big stories. We need your story. Your story is a big story. The people that are afraid to go up to their upline, Sebastian, a lot of times it's just their lack of self-worth. They don't feel that they are worthy. I'm here to tell you that God ain't make no jump. You are worthy. You ain't perfect. We ain't perfect, but we worthy. Stop beating yourself up about what you ain't got and start looking at what you do have. Are you working? Like my buddy Antoine preached on that non-denominational worship service. What are you doing with your stick and your stuff? Are you making it do what it do with what you have? This opportunity is no respecter of person. If you put in the work, you will reap a harvest. But it's a sad day when you don't plant and still expect a harvest. It's seed time, it's nurturing time, and it's harvest time. You determine where you are. Are you in the planting phase? Or are you becoming? Or are you harvesting what you have already planted? People of the Alliance, get to family reunion. Get around the upper echelon, the ones who are winning at a high level, the ones that got rings and things. Huh? Get around those people. Get around a Sebastian and LaQuenta. Get around a Mia Fenel. Get around me. I try to be nice. You could easily bribe me with a donut and coffee. But listen, guys, all jokes aside, great partnerships thrive because the people need each other. The day that we're ungrateful for one another, the day that we think that the Alliance needs us more than we need it, is the day that all of our businesses go in reverse. I don't want your business to go in reverse. I don't want it staying in neutral. We want this thing full throttle coming into family reunion because the second half of the year is going to be the best half of the year. I cannot wait to see you at our family reunion. Thank you, Sebastian. Thank you, Mia. You guys deliver. I love you guys so much. God bless and good night.